me set my headset. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining, if you're joining. Well, I thought I just bought a PSVR kit a couple days ago, and the main reason I bought it was because I discovered Skyrim was available for virtual reality. I've never been a huge gamer, and I've always been more of a old technology gamer, let's put it that way. So I never really felt the need or the urge to be at the cutting edge of whatever was going on. However, virtual reality always really interested me a lot, and Skyrim is one of my, well, it's a game I really like. Mostly because it's similar to Morrowind, which is my probably all-time favorite game. So when I saw it was available for virtual reality, I said, okay, I probably need to check this out. So I decided to try out Twitch streaming and YouTube streaming, and I spent the whole day today just testing it out and checking out some shit. So anyway, the idea is let's go through Skyrim VR and see. Yeah, let's play, and if there's anything interesting going on, I'll make some other videos. If not, I won't. So let's start by starting a new game, and let me tell you, the impact is impressive on this game. It's probably, I'm 100% sure it's not going to come through on video, and I really urge you to try it out for yourselves, whether you have friends that have a PSVR or whether you have the interest and you wanna buy one. Sorry guys, sip of a beer. And I really would suggest you trying it out, because it's something no traditional game can even come close to. And okay, for starters, let's get going because the screen isn't that interesting. But for starters, one thing, before you start the game, check out this VR settings tab, because I spent the whole first evening, I overlooked this because I just started a new game and I thought the settings would be available to change in-game. But you need to select on this tab, on this screen, whether you want to use the DualShock for wireless controller, or if you want to use the the two motion controllers, like the wands you hold. And I think by default, it's the game is set up to be used with the Move controllers, which also enable you to use the DualShock. You can use one move and the DualShock, I think. And this was very confusing because I started the game and I had some settings available for DualShock in-game, but the game wasn't answering. I couldn't open chests, I couldn't open doors, I couldn't basically perform any action. And it took me the best part of the first evening I had the PSVR kit to actually figure out how it worked. And I actually didn't, by the way. I figured this out the day after. So, first thing, you might want to check this and be sure your settings are before you actually start the game. And okay, well, so let's start a new game. Now, one thing. I think Skyrim is going to be a massive, well, it has some flaws, but it's going to be a massive example of the potential of virtual reality and like open world games. A lot of VR games, I think, maybe, well, I mean, my experience isn't that broad, but look at the... Go. Look at, graphics or animations or... Sorry, guys. Accept this. And Skyrim doesn't really function in that sense because graphics are a bit choppy. You can see it's a dated game. But let me just tell you, when this screen starts, and you realize that you can look around, you can, you know, okay, for some reason I'm facing forward now, but okay. We'll have to fix some settings, like turning now is a bit choppy, as you can see.
Hey, you. Finally awake.
I'll explain later why that is.
Trying to cross the border, right?
Yeah.
Walk right into that Imperial ambush.
But I mean, when you start,
over there.
for me, this first scene, this animation, was worth the money.
Empire Coast.
Fuck.
You there, you and me. We shouldn't be here. It's the Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
Sorry, everyone.
All brothers and sisters in binds now.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Am I on air or not?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to
I think so.
Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric. The Jarl.
Yeah, okay, I think so.
You're the leader of the rebellion.
And
They captured you.
anyway, this is already worth the
Where are they taking
price.
us?
It may seem like an exaggeration, but
Let's
I really think you're paying for the experience in
This
VR.
isn't
You're not
happening.
paying so much for, you know,
What village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
graphics or the texture. That's, you know, it'll
last
come in the
thoughts.
future years, and as soon as technology gets
Rorikstead.
improves and
I'm from
more
Rorikstead.
people buy this system.
The headsman is waiting.
Good.
And if you
Let's
played
get this over
Skyrim
with.
and you know what's coming,
Sure. Mara, Dibella, Kinnereth,
you kind of
Akatosh,
start feeling
Divines,
now a
please
little bit
help
of
me.
like you want to see how it's going to look in
Tully's the
VR.
military government.
Look at the sky, I can
And it
see
looks
that
like
dude,
the Dalmor are
the
with
guard
them.
up on the
Damn elves.
above
But
the
they
door.
had something to do with this.
I can, you know, focus on the. Actually, now when I look at this guy on my right, his coat, my feeling is to kind of reach my hand out and try and touch him. And I've started this game like 5 times because, as I mentioned, I had trouble.
Juniper berries.
Yeah, I had trouble
Funny.
with
When I
controls.
was
And every time when I look at him, it's like,
Walls,
oh, wait, let me
towers,
touch that. Is that like mail or is that? And yeah, well, obviously I'm touching my wall. And yeah, well, while we wait, I can tell you this turning choppiness
I want to watch the soldiers.
is done to avoid or to try and diminish motion sickness. You can make it smooth if you want, but I can confirm this game will make you sick if you're prone to it, more than other games at least. I had after the first couple hours I was trying it out,
Let's go.
I really felt kind of nauseous, and I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it does have more
Face your
effect
death with some
than other
courage,
games.
thief.
You've got to tell them. We worked with you. This is a mistake.
So,
Good luck when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
and here I am.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Bailoff of Riverwood.
But while we wait, let me just show you where the controls are. If you go on System and Settings, and then you go to VR, here you'll have turning mode is either snap or smooth. So snap is what I was just showing you, this kind of, you turn by a certain number of degrees every time you turn. And smooth is the classic way we know, where you just turn smoothly to the left or to the right. So I'll try smooth now, and just to show you the difference. And we might revert to snap later, and then there are different level settings for how you want the snap to be, if really choppy or a little more blended in. So, well, back to the game. Oh, wait. Yes, smooth. Okay. So, as you can see now. And this, let me tell you, is already feels a little weird. Even just turning like this. It kind of feels like being drunk. So not too cool. Well, that guy's not gonna.
Anyone else feel like running?
Nah, not me.
Wait.
Oh, I do
You
feel
there.
like running, but
Step forward. Who are you?
okay. Who am I? Let's just skip all this stuff. I like dark elves. I'll try not to. It's just, I won't change a lot of stuff. I just want to change a few details. Like the hair. I like my dark elves to have a mohawk. So that's one change we're gonna do. A bit of beard. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, and there we go, done. And the name is going to be, let's call him Demo Elf. Okay, we're good to go.
Another refugee? Gods really have abandoned
So,
their people.
I don't know if you
don't
can see it on the screen. It's definitely
Captain,
very
they?
evident
What should we do?
in
He's not on the list.
while watching
Forget
the
the
game
list.
through
He
the
goes to the
headset. Like
By
this
your
dude's
orders,
face
Captain.
with the quill in his
I'm
hand
sorry.
is all like
We'll make sure
shimmering
your
on
names
the
will turn tomorrow. Follow the captain, prisoner.
on the edges, and you can see pixelation, and it's not the best experience. Let me tell you that. But
Ulfric Stormcloak.
again,
Some here in Helgen call you
I mean-
a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his
people
king and
are
usurp
at
his
scale.
throne.
The swords look really
You
huge,
started
actually.
this
That's
war,
a little
plunged Skyrim into
uncool.
chaos, and now the
And
Empire is going to pull
lots of
you
details,
down
like where you have
and
textures like
restore
those
the peace.
basket where the head is gonna fall in, or that card on the side. You can see everything like shimmering a little, and that's
nothing.
not too cool.
Carry on.
The captain's
Yes,
helmet is all like
General
shining in a weird
Give
way.
them their last rites.
And this might also be
As
due
we
to the fact
commend your
that
souls to Aetherius,
that the game
blessings of the
that I'm
eight
playing on
divines
a
upon
PlayStation, on the slim version of the PS4, apparently there is a difference if you play with the Pro version. But,
I haven't got all morning.
okay, so here we actually get to see an execution live.
My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials.
Not really cool,
You
possibly
say the same.
cool in gaming terms. And there he goes. So yeah,
You Imperial bastards!
you see textures, they're not too cool. And that's just something, if it really bothers you, you might not be the right person for this game.
Was in
Or for this game on this
Next, the door
system. But I think you should try it out.
There it is again.
Because it's
Did you
really
hear that?
fucking awesome.
I
And now I'm getting used to it,
next
so and I'm broadcasting, so
the
I'm just
block, prisoner.
filling in and talking.
Nice and
But
easy.
the first time I played, I put it on, like it was just crazy. And there, I mean, check this out, like, and there's the
What
dragon.
in oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
Let me tell you, this is pretty fucked up. It's already cool in the normal game, but to be immersed in this is something else.
What is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
Yeah, no, that's a dragon, actually.
We need to move now.
And this is gonna fucking scare the shit out of you when it happens. And, time to jump.
See the inn on the other side.
jumping as well.
You need to get over here. Now! That boy, you're doing great. Toro! Everyone get back! Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay
Yeah,
that
this is going to make people sick.
I have to find General Tullius and join the defense.
I tend to prefer it, but I'll keep it as far as I can, but I might have to revert to the choppy version, to the snap turn.
Stay close to the wall!
Whoa.
Quickly, follow me!
Into the keep, soldier! We're leaving!
It's you and me, prisoner. Stay close.
Yep.
One of the 8 divines is guilty!
Damn traitor! Out of my way!
We're escaping. You're not stopping us this time.
Fine. I hope that dragon takes you all the time.
That guy.
You, come on! Into the keep!
With me, prisoner.
Yeah, that guy had a...
We've got to get inside now.
Yeah.
Come on, we need to get inside.
Yeah. Okay. So we're in, and let me tell you, I don't play this game very well. I think. I think I'm biased because of the way I learned to play Morrowind. It was given to me as a CD with no instructions or anything. So for the whole first,
Bring us to the end times.
yeah.
We should keep moving.
Yes, we should.
Let me see if I can get those bindings on. There should be plenty of gear to choose from.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I
Let's
can
check out where the gear is.
find something
There's
with
it
these
in here.
worms.
Oh, I've got a nice helmet here. Oh, there it is.
See if one of these chests.
Warden's chest, iron sword, light boots, and the key to the keep.
Gotta get that on.
So let me wear some shit. Anyway, I started playing Morrowind with no instructions, basically, and that kind of influenced the way I play. I tend to play just. I don't have a lot of strategy in my playing. I just have weapons and go around and. So you might be noticing that, and yeah, if you have any questions about why I'm playing in such a
Let's keep moving. That thing is still out there.
rudimentary way, then there's your answer. Pull the chain, flush the toilet. But I have to say, although lacking the all instructions, that made my approach to the game all the more interesting. Like, for me, Morrowind was every step a discovery, and a lot of things were really much harder
Just give me a minute.
than they would have been if I knew how the fuck to use a magical spell, for example.
Stormcloaks. Maybe we can reason with them.
Yeah, maybe we can reason. Let's see. I don't know. I have nothing against them, but whoa. Okay, we cannot. Definitely can't reason. Okay. There you go.
Let me see if I can get that door open.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'll spend. I mean, I normally search bodies and, you know, I go through the whole scavenger ordeal, but I'm not going to get into that now because if anyone's watching, I don't think they're interested. So yeah, so that way of playing, like, without really having a good strategy, I think has followed me to Skyrim and Oblivion when I played Oblivion, but that was not a... I did not enjoy
Damn,
Oblivion
that
too
dragon
much.
doesn't give up easy.
What are you doing? We need to get out of Helgen, now!
And,
These Imperials have potions in here. We're going to need them.
yeah. Oh, dude. Can't we all just get along?
An old storeroom. See if we can find some potions.
Pick up some potions. healing. Oh yeah.
Come in handy.
Well, I will pick up potions though. Sorry guys. I know this. Wait, no. So anywho, you can definitely see the game is dated.
Done then? This
But
way.
dated games aren't really the problem. I've never minded that. And I've never been too much of a graphics or performance
Torture room.
person.
Gods, I wish we didn't need
I've
these.
always been more of a storyline and gameplay kind of guy. And that's why I really like
You
Morrowind.
fellows happened along just in time. These boys seemed a bit upset at how I've been entertaining their comrades.
Well,
Don't you even know what's going on?
really. I will pick up an iron great sword though. I think.
A dragon is attacking Helgen.
A dragon. Please, don't make up nonsense. Although, come to think of it,
Sorry guys.
I
Okay.
did hear some odd noises coming from over there.
Oh really?
Come with us. We need to get out of here.
You did hear odd
You have no
noises.
authority over me, boy.
Didn't you hear me? I said the keep is under attack.
Forget the old man. I'll come with you.
And I mean, little details like the fact that the lockpicks and stuff here are in 3D. They're like emerging out of the.
Sure, take all my things.
And
Please.
it's even weird that you control the cursor with your head. I tend to stay, old school way, so I keep my head still and I try to. But that's. You just go in, look down, look at the book, pick it up. That makes life a lot easier. Let's pick up some gold, potion, novice. Okay. And let's go.
There's no way out that way.
Yeah, well. What's that? Coin purse? Well. I don't know. I hate to be the guy talking about another game while playing one game, but Morrowind
stick
was just
together down here.
so much more I don't know, it got to you much more. Like you felt like every corner,
Where in Oblivion
like
are we
I'd be
supposed to go?
checking out,
Where's the way out?
every crack in the wall.
Give me a minute. Let me think.
It is since Oblivion doesn't really happen in the Elder Scrolls games. And yeah. Oops, I don't want to do that. I also keep forgetting that L2 and R2 are the commands for not X. Okay, dude. Oops. Come on. Ah. Okay.
See if we can find a way out.
Yeah, so I always get the feeling in these games, in these newer games, that a lot of stuff has been kind of automated in a way. A lot of the dungeons tend to seem the same, and while Skyrim is still an incredible game, and Oblivion too, for that matter, they just don't match up, in my opinion, to Morrowind. There's just something about that game that's different, and in a way, I would love
Let's see
for
where
them
this
to make a re-release of the game, like a reboot or something. At the same time, I kind of.
I guess we're lucky that didn't come down on top of us.
Yeah, we are.
We'd better push on. I'm sure the others will find another way out.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. So anyway, the here? Okay. Purse. Potion. Nice. Oh! In here. Okay. This is the way out if you happen to fall down. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. In a way, I was saying I wish they would make a reboot of the Morrowind franchise. But at the same time, a lot of things that made it so unique, I think, were its inconsistencies and the errors. Like, they had these gameplay, like combat mechanisms were flawed, and the leveling up was completely fucked up by modern standards. But that made for a very unique playing experience. Like, oops, well, my shield did not help there. And let me tell you, to see these giant spiders actually big is just, it's just really, really cool. Pick up some venom. Okay. And like, I don't know, if you haven't played Morrowind, I suggest you do. I think it's definitely worth it, and you can run it. You can probably run it on a phone, practically. Nowadays. Well, not that you can run it on a phone, but you could on a processor. And yeah, it was more epic, I think.
Hold up. There's a bear just ahead. See her? I'd rather not tangle with her right now. Well, I might be able to see it by. Just take it nice and slow. Watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow.
And
take it by surprise. Go ahead.
Yeah. And yeah, the more. Oh shit. Okay.
Easy does it.
Well,
that was close.
Yeah, it was. And the Morrowind experience is just, I don't know. There was no leveling up of your enemies. Like
This looks like the way.
Random enemies had a certain fixed amount of strength. So if you happen to go into a dungeon when you're a noob, then you were fucked. And at the same time, once you became really strong, like once the game started progressing, no bandits would be a threat, as realistically would happen if you're like, okay, let's keep going.
Looks like he's gone for good this time.
It does.
But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
No.
Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Okay, so let's go down to Riverwood. And I don't know if you can see this from the video, but yeah, the graphics, especially like now in daytime, in broad daylight.
Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion.
Okay,
could really
we're
use
supposed to
someone
split up.
If the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them.
Okay, man. Thank you. And well, yeah. Yeah, I have my shield. The thing is, I keep bitching about the graphics, but it's just fucking incredible. Like, it feels like, feels like I'm walking in. I mean, the views are stunning already in the normal game. Here, arguably, they look a little more cartoonish, actually. Like, it looked much better when I was playing on my PlayStation, like when I was playing the game on a regular monitor. But I mean, I feel immersed, and this is what these games are supposed to do for you. Well, that's my opinion. but that's the happy salmon. Going upstream. Let's see. We need to kill some, dispatch some wolves. Oops. Oh, stamina as well. Let's pick up some wolf belt. Yeah, sorry guys, but this is just my... I like how the blood stays on the blade. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's... I sometimes scavenge. I think that's something most people do in these games. And actually now this is the third day I've been playing a little bit of Skyrim, and I'm not feeling any motion sickness even while using the... So I guess it's also something you get used to. It's not just about what the system does or how it's designed, but it's even about... Yeah, there he is. It's even about... Hello?
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood. Hadvar? How do you know him? I'd be glad to help a friend of Hadvar, but you didn't answer my question.
Okay.
How do you know him?
Wow.
What? A dragon? In Helgen? That explains what I saw earlier.
I mean, just look.
Flying down the valley from the south.
This... I could be in a... I mean, while playing, I do get the feeling I'd like to touch this pillar here and check it out, pull on this rope. And, you know... Oh, sorry. So... Yeah, it was a dragon.
A dragon?
Yeah.
Here in Skyrim? What's this world coming to? First the war,
Yeah.
now dragons. Trouble loves company, they say. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Thank you. Okay, so we have to talk to the Jarl of Whiterun. But first, let me check if I'm still broadcasting. Yes. Sorry guys, I need to... Okay, let's see if there are any supplies.
Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. Help yourself to whatever you need, within reason.
Okay. I'll take an iron ingot. I'll take a lockpick. And that's going to be it.
Until next time, take what you need, my friend. Within reason, of course.
Let's see. Well, I don't know, guys. Maybe there's no point wasting too much time
There's my uncle.
on the... What the fuck?
Thank you, Thomas.
Okay, this is a little bit ridiculous, though. Why did we split
Come on
ways
inside.
if he's
Sigrid will get you
if
something
he's
to eat,
arriving like
and you can tell us.
2 minutes after I am?
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
Okay.
What is it now, Mother?
Well, now, while I did remember exactly how to get here, I don't remember perfectly how to get to Whiterun, but I think... Oh, for instance, one of the really cool things, I think, probably a defect in absolute terms, but in between Morrowind and yeah, Whiterun. But which way is that? Up or down? Let's go this way. Not that sure. What the fuck, man? This is okay. Let's go this way. Anyway, one of the things in Morrowind was that you couldn't really use teleportation. Well, you could, but only in very specific places. So only within... Oh, okay. Wolf. And, so, yeah, you couldn't use teleportation or a lot of, what's that white room? Yeah. Or, yeah, you couldn't use easy transport, like easy move and stuff. You had to walk and explore your way all through. And let me tell you, if you haven't played Morrowind, walking from one city to the next was not like here. It was not a 2-minute affair where you just, you know, run up a mountain, come up out the other side, and you're suddenly where you have to be. It was a tough endeavor, and it made it more immersive, I think. So anyway, you might see
well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
Well, okay.
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers.
Okay. It's a shield brother.
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Can I join you?
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, you might notice when I move, you have this black vignetting on the side, on the corners. It kind of encircles the screen, like on the sides of the screen, and that apparently is a device to reduce motion sickness. I'm not sick at the moment, so I guess it might be working. It didn't work for me like the first day. The first day I got kind of sick. So I don't know, I guess that's a very personal thing. Anyway, as I was saying, I think
Helgen got hit by a dragon.
The approach these newer games took.
City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
No problemo. I think in a lot of ways, improving playability and kind of getting rid of defects kind of ruined some of the games. The defects were what made some of the games really cool. So now I'm actually looking straight ahead, and you might see that the screen is actually off-center. So by pressing Option, that will recenter the view. That's something that happens apparently with the VR kit. There's the camera needs to constantly realign, and it might be set up off-center or slightly tilted, and that's gonna fuck up your
but we must have more swords for the Imperial
view.
soldiers.
You just can't fill an order that size.
Well, it's kind of a bleak day
Skyrim these days.
to be going to the market.
Brigands I can handle. But this talk of dragons?
So let's go talk to the Jarl.
I know your family's honor is important to you. But you can't
And
afford it.
when I replay, well, I haven't in a while, but the times I replayed Morrowind, when you go into a town or something, even if you know it, it feels like you're coming back home or something, or it feels like you want to check it out and see what interesting stuff is going on. And I never really got that feeling in a lot of the towns in Skyrim and stuff. And yeah, I don't mean to bitch about stuff all the time, but But this is really incredible. This is really, really awesome.
I might just be a servant among lords, but don't think for a moment I don't take my duties as seriously as the Jarl himself takes his.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
Oh, my lord, please. This is no
What's the
time
meaning
for
of this
rash
interruption?
I just
Jarl
think we need-
Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
And the scale of the buildings changes compared to the original normal
Staying safe,
game,
I hope.
guess. That's really cool.
So, you were at Helgen?
Yes, I
You
was.
saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yep.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If
The
that
Jarl
dragon is lurking in the
will view
mountains...
that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough!
not...
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
Yes.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Okay. Let's go. So... So yeah, if I were the game designer, no, not the designer, but you know, the gameplay designer.
Farengar, I
For the
think
next
I found
Elder
someone
Scrolls.
who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me.
I would
Oh yes,
definitely
he
go
must be
back to some
referring
more
to my
gameplay.
research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Okay. Okay, let's see, what does this have to do with dragons?
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
Okay. Okay, this is all.
This is a priority with you.
If anything we can use to fight this dragon.
Neither dragons.
Thanks, guys. Let's equip some other stuff. One annoying thing is that when you talk to people, the dialogue menu covers half of their face. I don't know what the fuck is up with that, and who thought that would be a good idea. But I would definitely think it's not. Plus, if there's something that gives me more strength, no. More armor, I mean. Okay, no. And the weather's still quite Netherlands-ish.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade.
Fear not. Come dragon or giant. We'll be.
Battleborn, give me your money. I don't have any money. You better give me 5 septims right now. I'm gonna bloody
Fucking bullies. Oh, wrong way, I think. No, right way.
Elgin, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe. That it?
I can't afford to send anyone else.
Yeah, rumors do seem to travel quite quickly. So, yeah. I don't know, I just think The Elder Scrolls is such an awesome franchise. It was awesome before Morrowind. I think it peaked with Morrowind. Oblivion is maybe the low note, but it was still such a really cool game. And I just wish they'd make it a little more realistic again instead of easy. Like I would really appreciate. But wait, if I'm not mistaken. Which I very well might be, but there should be like an old abandoned tower where a dragon attacks at some point. But where? Ah, here. Let's see if I'm on time. A moose.
What do you need?
Oh. Sorry. This is also a pretty cool screen, huh? I mean, it already looked cool in the normal game, but check this out. Yeah. Nice. But I was under the impression...
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Yeah, tough times. I don't know. That's kind of shit because I remember the first time I played.
Staying safe, I hope.
When I left town, there was a bunch of troops being attacked by a dragon. So I was hoping that would happen. But I mean, check out the view. It's really cool. Really cool. I mean, it's really cool in the normal game, but to be able to turn your head and just, you know, see the view and feel the raindrops.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken duels.
Okay.
Too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Cause trouble in Whiterun, and I'll haul you into the Dragon's Reach dungeon.
Okay. People do not seem to be very friendly here. Let's see who this dude is.
I'm on a pilgrimage to the Shrine of Azura, or Goddess of Twilight, if you'll excuse me.
Okay. Well, you know what? As much as I like the walk... Yeah, I think this will make for a quicker gameplay video. But anyway, the VR headset, to speak of something different, is really quite comfortable. Like, I can keep it on me for a whole bunch of time without really having to, without feeling any discomfort. So
whatever you need, buy Ismir if it's simple and strong.
So that's really awesome. And it's nice to be able to use the classic PlayStation controls while playing, because I hear mixed reviews about the Move controllers. So
Feindal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him.
Did you hear me?
No, not him again.
Yep, ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your
We
ears,
got
Evan?
rooms and food.
Just make
Drink,
sure we
too.
get fresh
I
batches.
cook. Ain't much else to tell. There have been whispers. A boy up in Windhelm, name of Aventus Aretino, been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood.
Whoa.
All right, then.
But
You're that visitor been poking around.
yeah,
They say a dragon attacked Helgen. Sounds
Well.
like hogwash to me.
okay. So I think I'm supposed to go. I don't really know.
I'm the innkeeper.
Yes.
It's my
this
business to keep track of strangers.
Yeah, right. Okay, so let's check the map. See where I'm supposed to go. Okay, Bleak Falls Barrow. So, Riverwood is here. So I'm here, I think I have to cross the river, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay. So that shouldn't be too complicated. It's somewhere up here, I think. Methinks. Time for a swim. And maybe a save. Okay. I think I'm going the right direction. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, this is really cool. Like, when you walk into these old dead tree trunks to harvest mushrooms. But, you know, you can actually walk all the way in. It feels quite oppressive and rotten. So that's cool. Let's see where I am on the map. Yeah, right way. Okay. I mean, I get gameplay is important, but this feels like I'm just gliding through space. I mean, when I was Sorry guys, I feel like I'm one of those old men that keep talking about how nice the good old days were, but I remember when I reached Balmora for the first time.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Whoa. Yeah, I keep using the wrong button. Fuck. I keep using the... Okay. Anyway,
You puny witch! I'll rip your heart out!
Okay, where are you? Oh. Thought he died in the fall. And, yeah, the first time I reached Balmora, if any of you is familiar with Morrowind, there's like an abandoned, a pretty big abandoned area just behind the hills that are on the west, I think, of Balmora. And, I just to climb over those hills, it took me like not a Morrowind day. It took me like a day, because obviously I was trying to do it the easy way, and well, what I thought was the easy way. So I was trying to kind of cheat my way up the hills instead of taking the road. That was just fucking shit. It was really tough. And here, sometimes it feels like you can go up, you know, actual mountains the size of, you know, you can be just walking up the Matterhorn or Mont Blanc or something. And you're just walking up with all your weapons and all your loot and shit, and that's just a little bit. But I'm nitpicking. I love this game. I just like to bitch about stuff. So that's just me. Okay. Picked up some shit. Pick up an arrow. And we should be in the vicinity of... Oh, maybe not. Might be time for save now. Am I still broadcasting? Yes, I do. Not that sure. I hope so. Maybe I can check my... Okay, on air. Apparently I'm broadcasting. I don't know, for how long has this broadcast been going on? Sorry guys, I'll just check my laptop. Let's see if there's any info on my YouTube account. And then we'll check, because it might even be an idea to just wait for, make another broadcast about it. But I don't know, because I'm probably gonna keep playing, so that's not really too much of an issue for me. Okay, oh, keep going. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm getting any messages. If anyone wants to say something, or if anyone's even watching, that would be cool. I think I already went on for an hour or something. Okay, let's actually take a break. I'll stop this stream and then I'll start another one. Otherwise, it'll take like forever to upload or whatever. So okay, guys, thanks for watching. This was our first little intro to Skyrim. Unfortunately, the weather's shit. Otherwise, we could see some nice views from up here. But we're gonna be checking out this area in the next video, which will probably be today anyway. So, because I think I'm gonna keep playing. I just want to take a break, start making some dinner, have some social interactions to have. But yeah, should be back in a jiffy. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This was the first episode, and hopefully there's going to be a lot more. And do buy a VR kit. It's really, really cool. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon.